Um, I have been going back and forth for a while about doing this video because clearly it's a. I didn't realize how much of a hot button issue it was, but I don't care. I'm gonna say what the fuck I want to say. But this is something that I noticed that as a black audience, whether it's it's black stage, movie, TV, whatever medium it is, where one, if not the most number one common complaint from people is that there's a conspiracy or it's too much of a common issue, coinky dink, that there's negative portrayals where a black character is a pimp, drug dealer, whore, maid, or just a terrible person. And now I've seen a great deal of characters that do have these traits, or whatever it is about. I'm not stupid. I know those characters exist, and I thought it was fucked up. And I remember for a long time I was really upset about it. And then, as I always do, I tend to get introspective. I just sat and I thought, well, why the hell do I feel that way? And I analyzed my own thoughts and came up with my own conclusion. I realized that for me personally, that regardless of what the role or what the story entails, that the story should still be told. Why? Because for one, black people aren't monolithic or perfect for that matter. Um, there are in fact, black pimps, drug dealers, maids, whores, abusive mothers, fathers, drug addicts, what have you. Those people exist. There were actual fucking slaves. There were, the mammies, the butlers. Those were actual people that exist. But I just want to know, to the people who are against those types of stories or whatever, um, why do you feel that those stories aren't worthy of being shared? Like, I understand you feeling like it's a negative portrayal. Well, I somewhat understand. But I mean, why should they not be shared? Um, what is it that you're ashamed? And I'm genuinely asking, is it that you're ashamed of those types of people? Um, do you feel like because of this, they aren't worthy of having a light shown on them? And I mean, those people, regardless of what you perceive as their flaws or whatever, they're still part of our community. Whether you agree with how they're doing it or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's still in the black community. And absolutely 100% without a shadow of a doubt in my mind that slavery was absolutely, without a doubt, the most horrific crime in the history of fucking history. But I also don't believe that these stories that came from that time, or whether it's past, present, future, um, uh, or the results, that came from a lifetime of systematic racism. Where your drug dealers and pimps and prostitutes and the drug addicts, resulted from. Um, where did I go? I'm trying to do better with writing and shit. Yeah, there isn't any shame in that. Um, I don't look at slavery as something to be ashamed about. It happened. It's very fucked up. But it's something that I noticed. When it comes to things like that, you can even go back as far as when the civil rights movement was going on, and it was don't let these white folks tell you any different. Like the motherfuckers that's alive to talk about it. The motherfuckers was supporting all that Jim Crow segregation shit. Like they didn't want they were against every civil rights leader. And it's funny, here we are 50 plus years removed from that, and all of a sudden you see MLK quotes from all kinds of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? And I think, we bring that back to present day, even with the Black Lives Matter movement. It's gonna be, it could be 2056, and it's gonna be somebody. Hell, if Donald Trump nasty ass still alive, I guarantee you he gonna fucking try to rewrite history and make it seem like he was supporting that shit. And so that's why I feel like the slave movies about maids, butlers, whatever, they should be told, because I don't want anybody to fucking forget what the fuck happened. I don't want that shit written out of history, because it already is, is glossed over in history books, and that's what's being taught to the future generation or whatever. And yeah, so I don't want that shit to ever not be told. And I also don't want people to forget that there are issues that not only affect all colors and whoever, but they do affect us, such as poverty, racism, sexism, homophobia. Those things are rooted deeply into white supremacy, I believe. And the only way to keep those stories going, as to not silence history and to continue to tell, is to continue to tell those stories, and to you know I don't know, just continue to fucking tell the story, man. Like, I love hearing all different perspectives, because as a writer, you have to really realize that perspective, to me, I'm big on perspectives. That at any given moment of in time, whether it's past, present, or future, there could have been billions of people alive. They could be living, hell, people that you could live in the same damn house with and grow up with. Their view of whatever year, whatever exact moment wasn't the same as yours, and you can't fault them for that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just fucking tell these stories. Like, why try to censor that shit? Like, what the fuck is there to be ashamed of? If anything, to me, is humanizing these people that technically, uh white people specifically, I'm speaking specifically about the United States, have put these labels onto these black people, as a way to kind of like draw the line where, you know, it's kind of to make the ones who aren't in that lifestyle to feel superior, and so like just kind of like that old Chris Rock bit about niggas versus black people type shit. Um, but I mean, what's funny is hold up, I lost where the fuck I was. Um, Really, truly, I just feel like people care too damn much about what white people think. Because if you really think about it, if you're concerned, if your argument is saying that you don't like these negative portrayals because white people in particular, or whoever, gets this idea that that's what all black people are like, and it becomes something different. I can understand that, but at the same time, honestly, why the fuck do you care about somebody who's dumb enough to really believe anything they see on their TV, tablet, phone, computer, whatever, is an accurate portrayal of what whatever group is like? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck would you care about that person? And also, like, I don't give a fuck what a white person thinks, because I don't care. Because regardless of whatever the fuck, regardless of whatever label you are in society, to them you're still black. And if you're a woman, then that's a completely different thing, because then you're a double minority. And please, don't be a lesbian, a transgender, or a homosexual, because then you're black, this, and that. And regardless, they still want to see you as black, and being black alone is threatening. Because if that was the argument, that if that's the case, shit, the Cosby Show alone should have fucking ended racism, if positive portrayals really mattered. And look at his nasty ass. That nigga ain't shit. Quite frankly. And I don't believe that kids are inspired to go out and become these negative people, because I mean, honestly, I just think it's just them mimicking, and that's just what fucking kids do. I mean, as a kid, I watched a lot of Martin and South Park and Chappelle Show, and I never did none of that shit. It might influence just the way I talk, but that's about it. And shit, I grew up around all that negative shit, so I saw that shit. Whether I was watching TV, that shit was around me. So, and I mean, society says that they're bad because they do this, and that. And that very well may be, but if you ever sit down and talk to these people and figure out what led them to that, you're gonna understand. You will see something different. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, perspectives. Um, um, I mean, I don't know shit, man. I just like to go against tradition and authority. I question everything. You know, I fucking hate tradition. I hate rules. I don't believe in going with the majority. I honestly, I do my best to carefully think out my beliefs and thoughts pertaining to certain things before I even speak on them. And when I come and ask a question, that's about different opinions. I'm genuinely asking because I want to hear your side of the story. You know what I'm saying? And if I got something to say about the shit, then I'm gonna say it. If you take it negative, you take offense to it, you know what I'm saying? That's your bad. I'm not purposely trying to be offensive. I'm just asking questions, you know what I'm saying? Um I I I like to say I got my interviewing style or questioning style from the great Oprah. I get to the root, as the old folks would say. But just let me know what y'all old asses y'all think. I would love to hear back. Just let me know.